Don't embarrass me, YouTube. I'm trying to see if it'll like send me a notification, like since I'm subscribed to our channel, that such and
I'm about
such
to
is
look
live.
too. It just says upcoming.
Ooh, schedule me. They did that quick. Okay. Schedule me. No, is it all in my business? This is okay, we're live. Looks good though.
Are we gonna hear it in the background the whole time?
No, I just cut it off so there won't be an echo.
Okay.
I love it today. Okay, hold on. Let me take a picture so I can post it on my Instagram story. Maybe people will actually smile, friends.
Why is I the only one that got balloons?
I don't know.
Me
I
and Jay
think I
did the
think the
same thing.
no, I think the balloons is just your thing.
You can, there's a feature. But you know what? I thought, no, I left it on. I left it on. But it doesn't work for me.
Oh shit. I forgot I was playing. Can we see when people join?
You probably
Mm,
have to
I have to
yeah,
get on.
you probably yeah. That's what I'm doing though.
All right, man with the plan. And my friends better get on live or I will bully them. I won't bully them, but I will be sad.
I think you should believe them actually.
I should maybe tell my dad. Be like, Dad, we're getting on live. Get on. Here's the link. Okay. He posted a tweet.
Fourth quarter yelling. Why? It says but two watching.
Well, that's good because I'm not
Fourth
watching it.
quarter
So
yelling.
at least
So it's
one
one
other
other
person is
person. It's
watching.
another person. Hello, wherever you are. Appreciate it. Getting some things together. So thank you for your patience.
Next time, I will pre-schedule this so that we don't have to do this. I will pre-schedule it next time. Growing pains. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Made this picture use adorable.
Oh, thanks. Okay. All right. Jay's gonna moderate the chat.
Yes,
And
yes, I will.
Don, you can start your normal spill.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Pull Up 3, our very first live stream episode. Thank you all for joining us today, whoever's in here. We're going through the motions, going through things. Well, yeah, my name is Paragon Don.
Jamae.
And I'm Jay Trent.
Today will be kind of impromptu because unfortunately we did have some other things on the schedule that ended up having to be rescheduled. No spoilers, but so what we'll end up talking about today is more along the lines of like race to the A seed, and because all the first through seventh are locked up currently. The order may change a little bit, but those teams are locked. But 8th seed is definitely up in the air. And then we'll also talk about the rookie teams. Another thing I actually thought about is Alyssa Thomas. I know we've been talking about her recently, and how like justice for Alyssa Thomas, because she's really like, she's arguably the best defender in the league, but like definitely top 5. And the fact that she isn't really getting pushed for depoy is kind of crazy. So yeah, we'll discuss everything around that. But yeah, first we can talk about the 8th seed. So from my understanding, the teams that are in the race for it are Chicago, Atlanta, and the
Washington.
Mystics. Don't know how the Mystics got there, but them girls got there.
I can tell you how they got there.
For losing, and this is why the WNBA is funny. And to that guy who's in my mentions talking about the Fever were never going to make the playoffs because they lost their 8 straight games. The Mystics lost 12. They lost 12 straight. Okay, and it's getting very scary right now. So
the Mystics at one point were 0-12, and now they're 12-24, tied with Atlanta, and the Chicago is 13-23. So, and to be honest, Chicago is probably cooked. Angel's hurt, and
a little dramatic.
It's cooked. It kind of cooked. Honestly, if I was them, I might be asking Kurt Miller for some secrets on how to tank, because just these last 6 games, I don't need them. Let me because I'm trying to get somebody in this draft at this juncture, because like I think the playoffs would have been nice for the young core, but like arguably the biggest piece of your young core is not there. And on top of that, I mean, being in competitive games is great, but I think the Liberty, without, more than likely, they probably would have happened with Angel there, but like without Angel, the Liberty are probably just gonna like give them a swirly for 2 games, and I just don't really think that's going. I don't know how much benefit that's gonna give them. So yeah, I think Washington will be the funniest replacement because of how many games they lost. I would like it to be Atlanta because I think they are the best team left, and also for Jay's mental health. But I just gotta see if they're gonna be serious or not.
Yeah, here's the thing. With the dream, it's similar to the way it was at the beginning of the season, where I was watching and I would be wondering, I was like, okay, so which version of the team is gonna show up tonight? Because it really felt like it was up in the air. But it seems like, and we talked about this in the last episode where I talked about Tina Charles and talked about, her being willing to take a shot when nobody else is willing to, because the offense needs some juice sometimes. I felt like the last couple of games, especially after we won the overtime game against Dallas, incredible comeback, by the way. Probably the best game I've seen from us post Olympic break, is at least in the top 2. But it kind of showed in the game against Indiana, where we kind of got tired legs at the end, and you could tell we were coming off an overtime game going into another, and they just the wheels kind of came off. So I'm wondering, I'm wondering how we'll look on this stretch to close out the season because we got a home and home against Washington, and honestly, we might need to take both of those. Like for realistically for us to have the some comfort going into the end because I think our last game of the season is against New York. Don't quote me on that though. But we got a home and home against Washington, and then we play Chicago. So that's that's the race right there. So I wonder what version of the team shows up. And we've had a lot of injuries too. And um because right now CP is out and Ariel Powers is out. Mike Caldwell has been in and out of the lineup. I like what I've seen though. Like even the last couple games that we lost, I know that we're actually 5-7 since the Olympic break, which is not great. But I've kind of liked the way that we looked even in some of the losses. It just it just depends on if we're able to close these games out.
So the last all the Chicago, Atlanta, and Washington each have 4 games left on their schedule. Again, Chicago is 13-23. Atlanta is 12-24, and the Mystics are also 12-24. So Chicago has Minnesota, Phoenix, Atlanta, and Connecticut left on their schedule. Atlanta has Washington, Chicago, and New York. And Washington has Atlanta, New York, Indiana. Now, with Chicago having Minnesota, Phoenix, Atlanta, and Connecticut, I very well could see them losing all those games. Um, yeah, I feel like if they beat a team, it's going to be Phoenix because Phoenix isn't serious.
See,
If
here's
Atlanta
the
wants to be serious, they would
see.
win that game. But again, like you said, it
I
depends on
I don't know. Like, okay, just off of pure like strength of schedule, Atlanta should be the one that comes out on top. Okay.
Atlanta could go 3-1 the rest of the season.
Like low key, they could even beat the Liberty.
I
Like
was gonna say why we can't go 4-0.
they could beat the
Matter of fact,
Liberty.
matter of fact, matter of fact, if let's say we go 3-0. Let's say we win the home and home against the Mystics and we beat Chicago. That means that potentially leaves their last game against the Liberty as the preview for the first round series. Because as far as I'm concerned, and if you in Atlanta, the playoff starts right now. So
Yes.
let's see it.
Chicago, I feel like doesn't like I'm not saying they can't win those games, but and honestly, like them getting blew out against who was it? The Mystics.
Washington,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I mean, that was terrible. But everybody is everybody had bound to have a bad day, so we gonna let that one kind of slide. Um, it's like I think they could realistically go 2-2, even 3-1, but that's gonna like I feel like that's gonna really require Spoon to really manage the lineups and like stop with this like I wasn't planning to get on my this soapbox this early, but like the Dana Evans minutes, I'm tired. I'm actually tired because I know they're on this little whole like we don't like Dana, she's bad for the sky whole thing. But it's just not realistic. I think when we looked it up, when Dana played 20 minutes, the sky was 4-6 or something like that.
I think so. Let me pull that back up.
And I just don't understand like the pullback of her minutes, like and especially Rachel Bannum getting a lot of minutes. Um, and I expected Rachel Bannum to like get minutes early on, get up and get shots in, but it's like I don't even feel like they're using her like that. Like I feel like she in the game and they expected her to like be a lockdown defender, and it's like Boogie not giving you that. She not. That's not really her. That's not really her speed, you know. So uh, y'all just honestly, I just feel like they got her out there as a body. When I'm like, you could have at least Dana will like try to take a shot, like she's gonna like make an attempt to do something. Um, so I don't really understand what this whole thing is. And just because Angel's gone, like you have to make up for her production. And so if you're not going to get Rachel Bannum some like easy, clear looks, then you need to put the girls out there who gonna make a play for the basket. Um, I feel like that is like no brainer. And then even in the loss, like in the blowout, you don't what she plays 10 minutes? Y'all losing about 40. Like y'all have no excuse to not put that lady in. And you have no excuse for that. So I don't understand what's happening there, but I think she definitely needs to commit um to like playing with the lineups and just seeing what works. Because I mean, at this point, you're trying to win, and I think that's important. And you want to put out the people who are like playing the best at the time. But you letting people go out there and stink it up for a little bit. I mean, you gotta shake it up a little bit. You gotta shake it up, especially when you have players who haven't played together a lot of minutes. Like this is your time and opportunity to just like see what works. Like whether you make the playoffs or you don't, like it's not really the end of the world. Like, yeah, you want to make the playoffs, but like you need to be thinking about what you want to do next. And maybe the answer is that they don't want Dana in the future and she'll be gone in the off season. Um, and maybe that's better for her overall because she has mentioned that she wants to leave, but at the same time, like I don't know, at least let her go out there and do her big one. You could trade her, get something back. Like, yeah, there's opportunity to, what I'm saying, make both people happy in the situation. So I don't know. I don't know. We might need to dive deeper into those minutes because and even the breakdown and the losses because I feel like a lot of times the losses were close losses, but that's just me just speculating.
Yeah, so I feel like for Chicago, you kind of playing with house money from this point on because you're in the eighth seed right now, and I mean if you don't make the playoffs, it's not going to be seen as this huge failure for the organization because going into the season, people didn't expect Chicago to even be in the eight with 4 games left. Like we thought they'd be out of here by now. So they've already exceeded expectations. Now Angel is out. You're you're pretty much in position to, you know, you can show some, you can look at what lineup combinations you want to use. What's your favorite lineup when Angel's not on the floor? Do um you want Kennedy attacking the basket? Do you want Camilla on the low block? Do you want her in the high post? Maybe she could take a mid range or two. Do you want screens? You want Russell Bell coming off screens, getting open looks off the catch? Like those things are important. So if that's what you like, this is your opportunity to try that stuff out because I mean, win or lose is not really a big deal for y'all at this moment because, like I said, like people were expecting Chicago to be done already. So the fact that they not is enough for you to say, okay, so what can we go out here and look like? What do we want our identity to be when Angel's not out here?
Well, I'm glad y'all believe in them because I just don't. Not right now, and that's okay. Because again, like we said, like Jay said, we didn't have high hopes for them in the beginning of the season anyway, and the fact that Angel had one of the best rookie seasons ever on top of Kennedy Carter's reemergence, on top of Camilla coming back and really playing a very important role. And like Eva was in the depoy conversation before she got hurt. Izzy's been pretty good since she got back. Like there were a lot of things that have fit together so far that I none of us really seen fitting together. Um, so you know, playing with house money, do what y'all gotta do. If y'all make the playoffs, congratulations, you beat the odds. If you don't make the playoffs, congratulations, you beat the odds because you weren't supposed to be here regardless. Um, yeah, it's I, it's really just for me. It is between Washington and Atlanta. Like I said, I think Atlanta is the best team left just off of like consistent production. Or like the Atlanta's the best team left talent wise. I think Washington is the best team left as far as like what they show on a consistent basis. Um, we always talk about how defense is the easiest thing to replicate on a game to game basis, and they have just refused to not be good on that end, no matter who you put on that floor or um, whether Mystic Man is trying to tank or not. Um, they also, for some reason, always get a Liberty Hell, no matter who is on that court. So if they just so happen to make the A seed, I'm sure Liberty will win, but they'll win by like 5 points every game because no matter who the Mystics, if the Mystics put us three on the court with Brittany Sykes and Aaliyah Edwards, that game is ending 80 to 85, right? Because that's just what they do. I don't know how, but that's what they do. So
It's funny you say that because it's like it's really what you said. It's the defense. So I just looked since since the Olympic break in 11 games, the Mystics are 6-5 and they have the number 4 defense in the league. And that's it. That's the reason they've been able to stay competitive no matter who they're playing because they have the personnel to muck up any offense. No matter whatever your first read is, we taking that from you. So you gonna have to work for something else.
Thing to me about Mystics is that like when I think about their roster, like there's nobody on there besides Brittany Sykes and Kira that I'm like, yeah, they're a stellar defender. Like there's like I'm looking at this list like Ariel Atkins, Stephanie Dolson, like I mean Aaliyah Edwards has been always been a pretty good defender, but obviously she's a rookie. Grace. Julie Van Lo uh rookie Grace, right? But she's old, so she should be able to defend. Shatori, like Emily Engstler, like all these people are like they're decent defenders,
Yeah,
like like they're not liabilities, but they're not, you know what I'm saying? I'm
yeah,
like, I'm not gonna depoy them. So for them to be
right.
able to like just get together, everybody's like, all right, we're committing to be like a really solid defense, I think is like it's really impressive. I have a lot to say about the Mystic Man sometime, but I might give him his ones for that because he really is putting anybody out there and they're continuing to rise to the occasion. And like, I don't know, I feel like that's kind of a culture thing that is important for coaching. And so I'm gonna get him that. I'm gonna get him that because they do get down, they defend. But so yeah, I think that's really interesting. But also I just feel like I really wanted to be Atlanta because like y'all not getting a top 3 pick. Y'all like I
We're
don't
not
even think y'all
getting
getting
to
a
pick at
first
all.
round pick. So
We're
like
not getting to pick at all. So
like you're not getting a first round pick. So like the Mystics probably could just chill out. Like y'all are about to get the third and the fourth pick. don't have to do all that. Like, yeah, look like wrap this season up. Just
Yeah,
you
I
know, home.
yeah. So, because it reminds me, I saw somebody ask, why aren't the Dream tanking? And I was like, well, there's a couple of reasons. Number one is we don't have a pick in the first round. So, um, unless you just think the 2025 draft is the deepest class of all time, and there is a can't miss prospect that's going to be available at pick 24, like obviously we'll probably end up with like we probably have like pick 14 or 15 or something like that. But unless you just think the 25 draft class is so deep that there is a second round pick worth tanking for, is not in the cards. That's one. Secondly, who finna go in their locker room and tell Tina Charles, "Hey, look, the playoffs. We just go chill out. Like we ain't trying to lose, but we ain't trying to win." Think about the veterans on that team in that locker room, even the young players, especially at this point in the season. How are they gonna take that? It just don't work that way. Like a fan, to me, a fan should not be talking about encouraging their team to tank. That's front office talk. You are not the GM. Like, let's be for real.
I was about to agree with you, but you know what? You're right. We really need people to stop being GMs, music managers. All that. You are a fan. You want to see your people be prosperous. Okay. We want the future is bright. Okay. You don't even think about that no more. I will say though, in all seriousness, the 2025 draft, we got some girls in there, okay? Um, the tankathon.com board has y'all taken Sharice Ledger Walker. She's solid PG. I like
Okay.
her.
Yeah, point guard. Okay.
But she is coming off, well, she's gonna be at UCLA and she's coming off injury. She'll be healed by the time WNBA come around. But no, like there's still some good options. You got round two would be a Yoka Lee, good pick. Yvonne Yajim, my girl, great pick.
Oh, yeah,
Raven
right. Oh,
Johnson.
yeah.
Imagine y'all getting Raven Johnson with the 15th pick. I mean,
Wait, okay, wait. Raven Johnson learning behind Jordan Canada, that does something for me. It does. I
That
must
sound
I
like
must
that move
say.
the needle.
Yeah,
it,
it does.
it
But
moves.
but but I'm not gonna be out here encouraging my team to lose because I want Raven Johnson on my team. I'm not that selfish. I'm
No,
just
I'm saying that you could get her regardless because they got a lot
yeah,
of guards. I mean, as soon
yeah.
as she comes out.
This class is guard heavy because you
Yeah.
got you got lottery range. You got Paige Beckers, Olivia Miles, Sonia Citron, and then Georgia Amore, Rory Harmon, Tahina Powell. It's a deep guard class. So there could be a guard that falls. I also don't know what our plan is at the five going forward because you can't go in being like, okay, well, we got Tina Charles and we got Cheyenne Parker Ty. It's like I don't know what's in the cards for the Dream at center going forward. So they probably need to
Sure.
look at that too.
But I mean,
I
y'all could get
have
a Yoka Lee. I mean,
I have
Yoka Lee
one.
learning behind Tina. I mean, that moves me a bit. I mean, my sister gonna have to, get a little run in her, but that moves me. You know that baby got she a real trench baby. That moves me.
I have one gently used Liz Kitley for you.
Cut it out. Y'all, Liz Kinley is not going anywhere. That's See,
Somebody
the
said
Aces was playing the long game with that pick. I ain't mad at it, but that's what's going on there.
I'm mad at it because somebody was like, they posted a picture of her and they was like, Asia, help is coming. And if I have to for Liz Kitley as the second coming of Asia Wilson, absolutely not. I will not be doing that. Two thumbs down to the no, absolutely not. But knowing the Aces player development people,
Yeah, it could be something there.
That's Kayla George 2.0. We needed her most.
no.
See,
Could be a baby Asia, because her mid range is good. This
yeah, it
QB's
is.
mid range is impeccable, but she don't play no defense. So, um, well,
That's
she
okay.
doing the ACC, but that's different.
They gonna get her right. But
In the
I did want
chat,
to say,
in the chat, we got Raven Johnson learning behind Jordan Canada is insane. Raven is the past her. Like, I yeah. Well,
it's like looking in the mirror.
But
I was
two,
gonna
she could.
say,
Well, yeah.
as far as people playing GM, honestly, I think my least favorite part about it is when people be mad over like contracts. Because I'd be like, damn, that's not even your money. You'd be like, oh man, we overpaid such and such. That's not your money. What are you talking about? Why do you care? What's up with you? What are you doing?
yeah,
That don't
I
got
hate when people
nothing
do
to
that.
do with you.
They'd be like, oh, we gave such and such so much money. I'm like, you didn't give them nothing. Like,
I'm very pro being like we, us, whatever when it comes to
yeah,
teams
for
because
sure.
I didn't pour blood, sweat, and tears into my favorite teams. But when it comes to getting people paid, nigga, that is not your money at all. Like never. There was never a chance it was your money. None of that.
No, actually, we're gonna have to push back on that because the Fever need to call me because if they pay that lady with that baby again, I will be down there. They already paid her ass too much. Sorry, grandma. They already paid her too much. And I personally, I'm sick of it.
Damn, okay, your grandma hear the rest of us? My bad, Granny.
She can't hear you. I'm pretty sure she got earplugs in and she's watching TV, so she can't hear you.
I was my girl locked in.
In the chat,
Um,
we got talk about Diana Taurasi being toxic. Um, we've done plenty of that,
Listen,
but
I do
but
think it's
but
funny that the Mercury are soft launching her retiring.
Talk about
They doing exactly what they doing what Drake was doing when he was leaking them singles on the internet before he dropped them officially. They like, you know what? Like, I'm gonna just let y'all know. She might. I don't know. She might. She might. But let's see. Like this y'all last chance, maybe. I don't know. It's y'all last chance though. But I think
you might not be able to see her again here. That's all I'm saying. Like
either they soft
just
launching
throwing that out there.
or this is a crazy money grift because Lord knows if they don't got like they don't really got much to fight for these last couple games. Like they gonna be that those games gonna be packed out. And if at the last game of the season she like I'll be back, she don't make no hella bread. So I don't
If
know.
I if I go to a Mercury game and DT is still playing, I need her to get a tech. Like that's important to me. I need to see the Diana Taurasi technical foul in person.
she can't get any more tests when she gets suspended. Bro, first of all, we do
Who
need to
fault is
discuss
that? I
that.
want to see it.
We do need to discuss the fact that she got that tech. Who was they playing? She got that tech. Was it Seattle? She got that tech in that
Yeah.
game for cursing. And then she was like, it's gonna get rescinded. Why are you in the presser talking about it's gonna get rescinded? And then it got
And then it
rescinded.
did.
We need to investigate. Kathy, where are you at? Let's open the investigation
Callie
on
got her
that.
own issues right now. She can't investigate nothing. She got her own issues. She being investigated.
Other thing we got in the chat is talk about Skylar Diggins still being that girl. And we don't have time. I don't want to, I don't want to derail too bad, but I did want to mention that when the all defense conversation comes up, I'm not saying Skylar should make an all defense team, but since they've gotten back from the break. She's played at an all defense level.
All I know is Skylar went in that presser and said, if the girl's not ready to play, get your ass out of here. And them girls been ready to play ever since. That's what you call a motherfucking leader. Yeah, that don't show up on no stat sheet, but that you can't
Because
teach shit like that.
Skylar told them people she did not come here for that. That lady is coming off having a baby, and y'all got her doing too much. Too much. Why is she running the floor? Come on, where are the young girls?
Skylar said
Where did
I just came from somewhere they treated me wrong off the court, and now you're gonna treat me wrong off the court. I'll be on the court. I'll be damned. I bet you one of these shits get fixed. And she got fixed. So all praises to my and what she had the other day, like 16 and 10 or something like
Well,
that.
she really has been hooping.
Yeah, she has. Um, the Storm are ever since
Oh, she
was it
had
the
dear
Phoenix
Lord, that was
game?
way off. She had 26 and 4.
Yeah, not the yes, she really been playing some ball. Like I've been impressed with the Storm period, and for the last like 3 or 4 games.
We do
But
need to congratulate her though, because she did become Seattle's single season for assists. That's crazy. This is her first year in them people business, and why are you taking over Sue Bird's awards?
yeah,
I,
against that's right. That's
That
right.
sound like we might need to be doing a retrospect on Miss Bird. Like, hold on now.
Don't
You
do
was there.
that.
You
Don't do
you was
that.
there. You was there through 17 presidents, and somebody that came and snatched your chain this their first year. They be calling you
Yeah,
the GOAT point guard. I don't know.
that 26 and 5, she had 4 steals and 3 blocks, and she was shooting 76% from the field.
hey, and we that's impressive because she'll Notre Dame guard, so they don't believe in efficiency.
That's guard university.
And she didn't hit no threes in that game. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Not
Real
saying you
hoops.
real
Hey,
hoops.
hey,
Put the ball on the floor, get to the
Skylar and
basket.
Jackie are really carrying the defensive reputation of Notre Dame. Because
Yeah.
everybody else, well, Enrique getting better. Enrique is actually getting good.
Enrique be putting her hand in the cookie jar, and that's enough. Defensive playmaker. There's something to that.
Listen, all I'm saying is if Skylar keep this up, when we look at all-time Seattle team, Sue Bird might be coming off that bench. Either that, and she's starting at the 2. You better figure something out.
She cannot start at
Over
the two,
Jewel,
Bookie.
over
She
Jewel.
cannot start at the two.
She's cooked.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
cooked.
See,
Keep Skylar digging seat warm, Miss Bird. I appreciate it.
What's not what we supposed to be talking about? Oh my
All
God.
right. Well,
we gotta talk.
let's get to this 5th rookie spot. Listen, I already
Okay,
made.
yeah. So
I'm kind of
let's
sick that there's not 2 teams.
yeah, because for
Bro,
me,
they have to do like this is what I'm saying. The media vote. This is why they need to release the name, because we need them to get into cahoots to like split the votes up. You know what I'm saying? So if that if they get tie votes, they just throw everybody on the list. So this is one of those years where they just need to all be like, yeah, we gonna get her 5 votes, her 5 votes, her 5 votes, and we gonna split it up like that so that everybody can get an honor. Because this is crazy.
Okay.
so all right.
Oh, go ahead, Jay.
So for the all rookie team, for me, I don't know if this is the case for y'all, but for me, there are 4 spots on the all rookie team that are locked up. So that's Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, Rakia Jackson, Leonie Phoebus. Those are the 4 that are locked in for me. Now, there's like 4 names that could go in that 5th spot.
And I'm here to tell you, I'm taking the defense stand in the name of Camila Cardoso. And let me tell you why. Because I understand my girl missed a month, but she did in fact miss the shortest month of the year. So realistically, She only missed like 6 games. She's played 30 so far, and they got 4 games left. Lord forbid something happen, she's gonna play 34 games. So we can't that won't be able to be used against her. Uh right now, my girl is averaging 10, 8, and 2 with a block on 50% shooting. And cause the other when after you said that, I was like, damn, like, you know what? There isn't Aaliyah Edwards. And I know stats aren't everything, but I'm looking. Aaliyah Edwards is averaging less than her in all major statistical categories except steals. Aaliyah Edwards has played 33 games. She's averaging 8, 6, and 1 assist with 1 steal and 1 block on also on 50% shooting. So
Okay, okay, but in Aaliyah's defense, the Mystic Man did the same thing that Kurt Miller did. Okay, because when he let Aaliyah off that chain a little bit that in that first Sky matchup, she took that very personally, and she gave us an easy. Was it? Did she get on 20 and 10 or she had 15 and 10? I don't
Well,
know. It was
yesterday, are we talking about? Because yesterday, Aaliyah Edwards played 23 minutes, 15 points, 10 boards, 3 blocks, 70% from the field. Now, I'm not saying I'm not saying I would pick Aaliyah Edwards to be my fifth.
Yes, he is.
I'm saying I'm saying she's my favorite rookie, and I wanted to talk about her. So, like, this is it's some selfishness on my part here. I can acknowledge that, but I I love what I've seen from her. Even at the beginning of the year when she wasn't getting a lot of run, like the way that the way that she's played, I've really enjoyed that. I I would probably I'd probably give the spot to Camilla. Like if the season ended right now, I'd probably say Camilla is the fifth. But I do think there is a case for Aaliyah Edwards to get some votes there.
You
there's
know,
absolutely a case for Aaliyah Edwards. And these 4 games could really make something shake. But I also know Brazilian PR is up here and Canadian PR is in the mud. That's the only good Canadian out right now, besides SGA. So
he's not
she
really in good grace right now either because they lost in the Olympics. So he's cooked. He's cooked.
he
He's
in my
cooked.
he in my good graces because they turned on him for no good reason. They said he was an ethical hooper, and then he averages more points than he did last year. All of a sudden, he had foul baiter. So I ain't like that. That just seemed like a crazy switch up. But I Canadian's not up right now. And that rookie team not gonna do much for their PR.
Now, how how muddy can this fifth spot get?
No, because I just think that it's crazy the way, like, what I really wanted to point out was how crazy it has been, like, the shift of who we consider all rookies, like pre-Olympic break and then post-Olympic break. Because pre-Olympic break, it was Angel, Caitlin, Sevy, Julie, and everybody was like, well, everybody else is just doing whatever. Whoever have a good day coming up, we're gonna put one of them on there. Pre-Olympic break, it was that. But now post-Olympic break, it's like, okay, Angel Caitlin, but also Rakia immediately, Leonie immediately, Camilla, like you gotta put Camilla out there, Aaliyah going crazy. JC Sheldon
Yeah.
has grown so much. Like, and honestly, I don't think that like she's taken a leap in terms of like necessarily skill, but I think the things that she was really good at Ohio State, she's being able to show those things now, especially with like the defense, the like in like playing in transition, like she's been really good and all of that stuff is really coming out. And it's like, dang, Bookie, you having a good season and you're contributing. Like you're actually contributing to the Wings when like pre-Olympic break, it was kind of dying on the bench a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah,
Um,
they've needed this jump from her. In the chat, somebody said Gabby Williams. No, Gabby Williams is not Canadian. She is French. She is not Canadian.
She's it's funny because she's like they only good PR too because Lord knows
Yeah,
the Olympics was real bad for them. The hosting of it was bad. They had the people swimming in poop water. She was really their only hope. Go
yeah.
bare
And
PR in the
she and
mud, and
and
I
she
like it.
she she about held it down. She did.
she did.
She
Because
she almost
if
took
her if her
them.
foot if her foot not on the line, that's
If
that
she if
game
she
was
wore
way
a
closer
smaller
than it should
shoe,
be.
that
Yeah,
game going in OT.
She want to be Kevin
Yeah,
Durant so bad.
it's funny because like you were saying how the rookie teams look different. I think like before the All-Star break, or maybe even like probably like a couple weeks before, that fifth spot was probably going to Kate Martin. Like it was probably
Yeah.
yeah, it
I
was
agree.
Angel, Caitlin, Kate Martin. I know Cameron Brink got hurt really early, but like she did a lot while she was here,
She did.
and Rakia, and now it's like I
Not
don't
on that them pre-Olympic thing. Don't we not throwing Ricky in there? She was not on that. It was one
Nah,
of the old heads because we was like, ooh, Sevi and Julie.
oh, you
Julie
know what? My
Vonlo.
bad, my
Yeah,
They
bad,
ain't
my
just
bad.
yeah.
showing
Matter of
My
fact,
my
okay.
90 next talk. Which this is
my
that that's
my
also why
agenda
her rookie of the
clouded
year.
my judgment.
That's why her rookie of the year case is so bad because it's like what there are what not even 20 games, 10, maybe 15 games in this second half of the season. And she has done like, I don't say she's done more in these 15 games or 10 games, whatever, but like you can just tell that like she's so much more acclimated now. And just like, again, like those things that we saw that she was really good at in college and at Tennessee and Mississippi State, all that, like the things that we saw that she was good at, like scoring, defending, like all that kind of stuff. She's doing it now, and she's done it in
Yeah,
these last like 10 games where her PR has been like,
yeah.
guys,
Her
bring
PR. It's
Makia,
funny.
Makia.
It's funny because her PR is way up, and I love Rakia's game. It's funny now because looking at since the Olympic break, the Sparks have played 13 games. They're the only team that's played 13 games post Olympic break. Um, they have the worst offense in the W and the second worst defense. But so it's almost like, you know what, the onus not on us to win no more. We finna let you go out there and hoop. We know you can hoop, but go out there and do your thing. I think it was really the Dallas loss that kind of that made them be like, all right, it's time to pack this in. Like it's over. So yeah, we gonna let Rikia get her shots up because she was already. I feel like she was already ready to be a scorer at that level because she's always had like I love the way that she puts the ball on the floor. She gets to her spots in the mid range. She has a beautiful pull up jumper. It's one of my favorites in the league already. Um, the prop and it's something that she said on Twitter. She said defensively, she had to lock in because she was getting cooked, and she said, "I'm tired of getting cooked." So I can appreciate that on her end too.
Yeah, no,
Right
she
now, oh, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
I was gonna say I'm looking at her game logs, and she scored over 20 points 5 times, and her career high is 25. So she got like 4 games to give me 30. I need that 30 before I need that. I honestly I feel like she can give me 40, but I need a 30 piece before the season ends. One of these games, the Kurt
Who,
Miller need to say,
who the
give
Sparks
Rakia
play
Jackson
in
the
that last
ball
game?
and get the hell out the way. Uh,
Who the
they
Sparks
play
play in
so
that last
they
game?
only played 3 more games. They play Seattle,
Yeah, because
Phoenix,
I said
and
that they
Minnesota.
played 13. Yeah.
I need her to give Phoenix the work. Like
the reason I said who was the last game is because you might be playing against a team that ain't got nothing to lose. And
Minnesota.
Hey,
yeah,
listen, it might be.
Minnesota's gonna be locked in to whatever seed they're gonna be by then,
Then,
and they're
if
gonna
that's
be
the
like,
case, her
And
and her and Peely might go band for band.
I will say about Minnesota right now, they locked into 2, 3 seed, whatever. But they've been playing so bad. I don't want to say bad, but they've been playing bad. Like the first half of these last couple of games, they've been looking like, are y'all being for real? Like, did y'all know y'all had a game today? Like, what's good?
yeah,
And
it's
then
like,
third quarter they pick it up, but I'm like,
yeah,
sisters, what's going on with y'all?
yeah, they've been starting off, games really out of it. Like, I'm not sure, and of course they've only lost one game since the break, so it feels nitpicky because it kind of
Yeah.
is. But also, like, it is kind of funny because I'm watching them and I'm like, I've seen y'all look better than this. Like, they've been incredible still. Like, since the Olympic break, they're the number 2 offense and the number 3 defense. So obviously they're a finals contender caliber team that's like, okay, we can turn it on whenever we want to turn it on. But
Yeah.
it does look funny when you're watching the game and they start out kind of shaky, no matter who they're playing. So
Yes.
yeah, it's kind
That's
of
really what it
it,
is to
it's
me.
it's kind of jarring to watch sometimes.
Because when they were up, I think they was playing Chicago, and I was like, hello? Is this is it the right team? Like, am I tweaking? Am I tweaking? And then they barely
But
beat them. I'm just like,
yeah, it just they've had some funny games. It's funny because in the playoffs, I'm not worried about them at all. Like, I have no doubt that they'll be able to get to what they'll be able to hit all the pressure points that they're looking for. And now they might just be outmatched by a team because in the playoffs that's bound to happen. All of the teams, once you get past a certain level, all of the teams are on a similar playing field. So just because I trust them to get to their spots doesn't mean they'll be playing against another team that I don't. So we'll
yeah.
see.
I though to speak to the rookie conversation though, I kind of wish Peely would have got more burn. You know what I'm saying? She put up that 20 piece early, and then Cheryl was like, "Go ahead, sit down, sister. Just sit down. Don't worry about it." So I kind of wish she got a little bit more burn because um I think she looked good. Obviously, she's not super integrated into what they've been doing, and um she's not. She can shoot the three ball, but she's not like a Bridget Carlton or um a Xander Lassini that's just, knocking the shot down
Yeah, she's not really
in clutch
she's not
time. So
yeah
yeah.
she's not she doesn't have a consistent 3-pointer yet. I think it'll
Yeah.
come. I do think she's comfortable putting the ball on the floor, getting to the basket,
Yeah.
but I think as time goes on, they'll find more ways to work her in. So, but yeah, I kind of figured that when I saw that Minnesota drafted her, I was like, oh, she's not going to be a bunch of rare because it's just not really in the cards for her.
Yeah, they started to look too good. And then I think Julie Vanloo's like kind of fall off too is kind of, I can say, shocking, but a little bit it is mostly, but I think mostly it's because Brittany was coming in and out, and then they got Jade, which I really do like Jade as a point guard, but um I just do wonder, like, I don't know, but I don't know. I don't know. I think she kind of took a step back when she didn't have to. She's a very like inefficient scorer, but I think there was a period of time where she was like really like leading the Mystics to where they needed to be. Um, and then at some point, I think that just kind of switched off. And maybe that's when they gave Aaliyah. No, because they were kind of playing well together at some point. I don't know at what point. Maybe it was when Ariel Atkins decided she wanted to go off for that little stint. Um,
It also the Maisha Hines Allen trade, I think, played a little part too.
yeah, that's fair too. Um, and then this Sevy's fall off. Well, that makes sense because they went and got Odyssey for that period. Um, and I still just I'm not gonna rant about the Dallas Wings needing Odyssey Sims today. I will not do it. Um, but I feel like, especially where the Wings were at the season, I don't understand why they didn't. I guess maybe they were trying to commit to winning some games because it was
Yeah,
looking very demoralizing down there. Um, but I mean, if you are already losing, why not commit to the person that you clearly are still committing to, right? Like you didn't waive her. Y'all could have let her go and kept Arike. Um, so to not let her be there through the growing pains, or rather let her be the backup through growing pains, that didn't really make sense to me. Because too, I think there was a portion when and I think it was before Maddie got injured where Dallas was really starting to connect. And she was starting to play, Sevy was starting to play really well off of Arike. But then they got Odyssey. Maddie went away, and it was like, okay, JK girl, you going back to the bench. So that obviously messed up her time in making the team. But yeah, I just don't understand why they did that. And I don't understand that.
I think
wonder what.
Dallas's front office are bad people.
See, okay, so I have a Dallas question that I mean, but in the long term, because I'm assuming that they're gonna, you know, give Satu the core designation and then try to work out an extension, because I'm sure that they want Arike and Satu together for an extended period. But who's the third? Like who? Like if those two are supposed to, like, they play off each other really well, but who's the third? Because they tried Alicia Gray and eventually traded her. They tried Marina Mabry and traded her too. What is it that um that Dallas is looking for, or what should they be looking for to pair with Arike and Satu?
Um,
Ask for a cigar.
Might be a guard.
If
hmm.
and this kind of like goes back to what we was talking about last week about um if they take a Odyssey, then Natasha Howard isn't paramount. But if you don't, you need somebody to that can distribute the ball well, because if you can find somebody who can distribute the ball well, then you can get Arike going, you can get Satu going, you can get Big T going, you can get Kalani going, you can get Maddie going. Like you can get everybody going without them having to worry too much about getting each other involved. I feel like it'll kind of come naturally if you take the burden off of each of them. Um, so that's what I would think, but that's why I'm like, you should have just committed to Sevy, because I mean I think she is a solid guard. She don't look to score, so she's fine with passing the ball, and she will um I don't want to say fold, but she will fold to Arike. Like she will let her have the range, which I think is Dallas's identity down the stretch. So it works. But it's like if you're not gonna commit to the bit, then like you know what I'm saying? You can't pick you can't pick one or the other, you know? So
Okay, well, I have two things. I'm going to say a thing about the rookies, so I don't forget it. I think one, how many teams do you think we'll have like added before we get a second rookie team? And then two, I do really like appreciate about the rookies, like, this is a historic class, and I know yeah, they're going to be up and downs with rookies, they always are, but like, the classes that we have coming up are really exciting, and we went from in 2021, Michaela Onyenwere won Rookie of the Year, and she was averaging like 8 points a game. And then we got Ryan and Aaliyah Boston, and now we got Caitlin and Angel and Camilla and all of them. And it's like at a certain point with the teams and the opportunities and all this stuff, it's just not going to be. It's going to be too much for them to not have two teams. So I'm wondering if they'll consider that probably like when they get like 18 teams. Well, what are they trying to
Yeah,
do? 18 teams?
it might
16.
be when they get to 16, honestly.
Yeah.
Because when you think about it, the more teams that you have, there's gonna be rookie talent spread out. So
And
I feel
just
like once they get
overall,
to 16 teams, there could be an opportunity for that. When when are they gonna add an all W third team?
Maybe the day they add that second rookie team.
Yeah, that would be
and two, I have a I have a big brain, hard hat. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna sound crazy, so you can yell at me if you want. So boom, Connecticut does not win a championship. They decide. I see it.
Let him finish. Let him finish. Let him
Go
finish.
ahead. Go ahead.
Let him finish.
Connecticut does not win a championship, and they decide to blow it up. Alyssa Thomas to the Wings, and she is Enrique and Satu's third.
Now,
She would probably be technically, she's the best player on the team, but she would be their third, and she will
yeah,
make things so
she
much
would be
easier
like
for them.
she would be the distributor. Okay. So funny enough, let's say let's say they trade um okay, let's say that they trade AT to Dallas. It has to be for one of the big. Whether it's Big T or whether it's Kalani, it has to be one of the bigs. Reason I say that is because that brings you more versatility in the front court. And I've seen people say that Tierra and Kalani are kind of redundant at the five. There's multiple ways to look at that. You can look at it as they're redundant at the five, or you can look at it as we don't have to change our coverages depending on who we got in the game. But I'm sure Dallas would like to have a small ball lineup that doesn't depend on Natasha Howard playing the five.
Interesting. It's interesting. But if I'm Connecticut and I can't have Satu or Enrique, I want Maddie Segrist.
Listen, if I'm Dallas, you got it.
You have them both.
If I'm Dallas, you got it. They already have too many too like I mean, uh, with Dre's trade proposal, they probably get rid of some of their front court because I mean they already have too much shit going on in the front court either way. They got too many draft picks that they don't need to be using. They got too many front court players. And honestly, I feel like they could use a wing, but they also need a distributor. And I think Alyssa Thomas is obviously the best wing distributor at her position in the league by far. I mean, she's the second best distributor in the league, basically. Um, but like, I don't know. I that's if
I
I was Dallas, I would say, let me get Alyssa Thomas, and you figure out what you want, and just let me know
I
because a
think,
roster can be filled out,
yeah.
but Alyssa Thomases don't grow on trees. And I know if Connecticut lose again, them niggas is tired of losing in the same spot all the time. Like, DeWanda can only play so much longer. Like, I mean, she could play it however long she wants to. Of course, she's really good regardless. But like, she's already won the championship. Like, she don't need this. Connecticut they put all their chips in this year to win. If them niggas don't win, it might just be time to be like, hey, we gonna try to get our own young collective. Uh, and we're gonna get this tank for Juju Watkins going. Tank for tank tank for Hannah Hidalgo going. Uh, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's I can't be mad at that. That'll be something. That'll be something to see. That'll be something to see.
I just don't
Because
know what is the best realistically, what is the best player to fit next, like not archetype, but player to fit next to those two? That there's a scenario that
I
people would be
mean,
because
you
just
want a name,
anybody.
right? You want a
because I
name, right?
mean I
Because
also think
if
like
you
a
want me to be
Natasha
honest,
Cloud, I think a Natasha Cloud will work with them too.
I was gonna say, do you just if they could just grab somebody, like regardless, I mean, within reason, obviously. Wouldn't it just be Kayla McBride?
No,
It's
no.
do you believe in Kelly McBride to play like this again?
See, here's the thing. I just need her to do it one time. Because you think about it. Like the way that she's played this year, maybe it's not replicable,
For
but
Dallas or for Connecticut?
For Dallas.
for
No.
Dallas,
No, because Caleb McBride can't handle the ball.
I know, and it's yeah,
I guess you kind of have to if it's Kayla McBride, you have to lean into Arike as
Enrique
the lead ball
PJ,
handler.
yeah.
Yeah.
Which I don't hate Enrique as PG,
I don't hate that either.
but nobody else is gonna score. So that's like the drama. So like that's yeah. So you
I, I,
can't.
Yeah.
what I'm scared of,
I guess my thought process is she'd kick it out to somebody if she knew they was gonna hit it every time.
what I'm scared of is everyone on the Lynx is basically having like their career best shooting, like ever. I don't know what they put in the food. I don't know if they get all on the HGH regimen. I don't know what it is. I done seen too many times people had a career high and some shit, and they 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 trade value is super high. Like I just came off the best shooting of my career, and they go to the next team and they stink. And I I know what Alyssa Thomas is gonna give me on a year by year basis. No shoulders, facilitating, best defense in the league, or at least top three, whatever. If I go for Kayla McBride as my third, and she don't do exactly what she did last year, I don't. We in a very. I'm not gonna say similar position because most of the Wings' problems rested on the fact that they were injured all year. But like this is like them with Marina, right? Marina Mabry, but
Yes.
Alyssa Thomas makes them championship contenders.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. Maybe she get some love over there. I know we're gonna have to talk about that next week, I'm sure. But because this time next week the season will be over. So but
But also
but yeah.
in a cheaper facet, I also do really like Natasha Cloud for them. Like I think she fits like with how they are, and she is again one of the best facilitators in the league. She plays defense really well. It's obviously not going to cost nearly as much to get her compared to Alyssa Thomas. Um, if this is DT's last year, I could kind of see them throwing out some things and kind of seeing what sticks. And BG is not necessarily. I mean, she's kind of slowing down, but like she's slowing down for BG. Like it's not nothing crazy. Um, so I mean, maybe you can trade a Big T or Kalani and whatever or Big T or Kalani for Natasha Cloud, and then BG has somebody to relieve some of the stuff off of her, and I I don't know.
Y'all putting too much. Y'all got too much. Y'all thinking too big brain for Phoenix. They finna get Kayla McBride and fucking Bridget Carlton, and it's gonna get worse. But they're gonna think it got better. and whoever is the next, who's a free agent big, I don't even know. Um, they're no. That man is living and dying by the three. Maybe he'll come back with a new clipboard. Maybe he'll come back and steal some people's shit.
Maybe,
But
maybe.
I doubt it. I doubt it. They going to get some real shooters next season, and they're gonna say, "Ka, let's. You still got to do a lot of work, sister. But at least we'll have somebody on the wing ready for you to kick it out."
So I'm looking at the 2025 free agents, and it's DT, Natasha Howard, Erica Wheeler, Bree Jones, Alyssa Thomas, Kelsey Mitchell,
He going to get
Stewie
Kelsey
Nneka.
Mitchell.
The Wings?
No, Phoenix.
Oh,
Yeah, the Mercury. Yeah.
The Wings, if the Wings picked up Kelsey, that's too much chaos. I'm so sorry. That's
Kelsey
too
Mitchell and Enrique
much.
sounds
It's
insane.
no terrible.
That would
That's
be a team that would be a team that I would like to watch, not a team that I would like to root for.
That team would
Like
go fucking crazy in 2K.
if that was my team, it would stress me out. But if we was playing that team, I'd be like, man, somebody finna hit some crazy shots on us in this game.
Every
Like
every
I just feel like that.
everybody would be stressed because there is no winning. It's like, well, Enrique is like she can be 0 for 30, but when that fourth quarter come, it's almost guaranteed she gonna make something. And then Kelsey Mitchell is just like super erratic. Like, she's on one of the best streaks of her career. But
but
like
that's
that
because she doesn't have to. Nobody was listening to me when I said last year Kelsey Mitchell needs to stop dribbling the ball. I don't think nobody was listening. But now that Kelsey Mitchell has stopped dribbling the ball, she is having the best year of her career. Is that a coincidence? No, I was right. I was right. I was right. See now, if Kelsey Mitchell does go to the Wings, though, Enrique definitely has to commit to the PG role. Like I don't think like she can still take shots and stuff, but she definitely has to commit to the PG role because otherwise they're gonna look like a worse version of Caitlyn and Kelsey
Yeah,
right now.
yeah. That makes sense. So to end this, um, I have another article from the Four Letter Network. And Mr. Michael Vopel has written an article about the 10 best rookie seasons in WNBA history. So I will begin with the honorable mentions on this list that did not make the top 10. Those are Sue Bird, Cheryl Ford, and Simone Augustus.
ain't Simone Augustus coming to league averaging like 20.
Listen, I'm sure it was difficult to end up with 10, but we will start from the bottom. The 10th best rookie season in WNBA history is Angel Reese. How do we feel?
You know what
again,
though?
I do understand because of his historic perspective. Breaking a record that has never been broken before is absolutely insane. Uh, or and like not even on a rookie record, like uh, a WNBA record, like that's incredible. Um, and again, like people try to minimize rebounding, but with such a post-heavy league, they're just like super important. And so that doesn't sound terribly crazy to me right now. Now, I probably would not have included her in this list only because she's not going to win Rookie of the Year. And I would probably think about this the same way that I think about, or that we think about like top performances. If you lose, that shit
You
don't
don't
count.
win. You
That shit don't count. So I'm sorry to tell you, this might not be remembered. Um, But I get it. Now I did just look up Simone Augustus did average 22, 4, and 2 with one's like point 0.6 steals and point 0.5 blocks on 45% shooting. Uh so I gotta see what's ahead of her because that's really crazy. But
See,
Angel's not bad. I get it.
I was gonna say I don't mind Angel being on the list. I know that she's not gonna win Rookie of the Year. I don't mind her being on this list because of the impact that she has on the way that the Sky play basketball. Like we've already, like they've already established their identity with Angel there, and the way that, and you never gonna hear no disrespect when it comes to rebounds from me, especially the way that she's getting these boards, the way that she's boxing these players out. She has like a natural, she has like a nose for finding the ball. Like is really impressive. And she just she just got in the league and was like, I'm gonna just outwork everybody. And that's kind of been the case. Angel Reese is working harder than your favorite player, probably. Like that's just been the case.
and to continue that thought, I'm okay with it because um even I did not expect Angel, and just within the context of Angel's season, like she definitely was one of the more unexpected like players, in the sense that like yeah, like we knew she had a strong motor, but um people didn't think she would rebound. I didn't think she would rebound as well. And also I didn't think she would get more importantly to me, I didn't think Angel would get the playing time that she got. And some of that is okay, E Will it got injured, and Izzy is coming off an injury. So it kind of she kind and Camilla got injured early on. So she kind of was in the perfect storm, for her to get those minutes. But for her to rise to the occasion in the way that she did, like I can't really be mad at it. Like unexpected play, like you said, she's really worked hard. Like she's really worked out hard, came out and was like, you know what, I'm gonna just come in and give my best every night. Um, and I'm gonna grow through it and just, I'm gonna just try my best to get better with each game. And like she's done things that we didn't expect her to do, like multiple 20 rebound games, like the double streak. She's done too much for me to be like, well, she's not gonna win Rookie of the Year, so we're not gonna put her on the list.
Yeah, I agree.
I think she's done a little too much for me to be like, okay. So I understand. I get it. I get it.
Right. Number 9, Tina Charles. Her rookie season, she averaged 15 points per game, 11 rebounds, 1.5 assists, 1.7 blocks. I don't think there'd be any argument there.
And then she won MVP 2 years later, so I think she kind of deserved to be on it. Like that was kind of like this
Yeah,
bar, and like we're gonna exceed. So yeah, okay, Tina. We agree with
Yeah.
you.
Number 8, Diana Taurasi. 17 points per game, 4.4 boards, 3.9 assists, 1.3 steals.
I think this is one
Mercury,
of those. I think this is one of those like we think Diana Taurasi is the GOAT, so we're gonna put her on here.
This sound like DEI to me.
I mean, not to say she wasn't a
Mm,
good rookie, but like
this that sound like DEI to me. I don't know. What you might say? I don't know, sister. I don't know. Don't know.
number 7, Elena Deladon.
yes,
Yes.
yes.
Yeah.
What's she average? Like 18 or something like that?
18 points, 5.6 boards, 1.8 assists, 1.8 blocks.
My girl came off the porch hooping. And the Chicago Sky were damn near practicing outside. That girl was hooping.
She was
Number
yeah,
6,
big. Okay,
Oh
yeah.
yeah,
yeah. Number 6, Brianna Stewart.
I can see that.
18 and 9, 3.4 assists, 1.9 blocks.
Be a hater, but like I can't really be a hater. She had 18 and 9. I can't really be a hater. I was gonna be like DEI, but I can't really be a hater. 9, sorry.
Number 5, Asia Wilson.
20 and 8 is
20,
crazy.
20 and 8. 2 assists, almost 2 blocks.
My girl came off the porch hooping. That's my goat.
Speaking of goats, number 4 on this
Is it Maya
list
Moore?
is Maya Moore. 13.2 points, 4.6 boards, 2.6 assists, 1.4 steals.
Okay,
And the
wait.
Lynx did win the championship this year.
Okay, so there's 3 spots left. These last two have to be. I'm assuming they're going to be Caitlin and Candace.
No, but
Who is
hold
the
on though. It's 3 spots
Who's
left.
the Yeah,
Fair
that's what I'm
It's
match.
saying.
the
Who's the third?
But no, hold on. I feel like Maya should have been a number one just off the strength that her team won a championship.
Nah, and
Sorry.
Candace has to be number one because
Candace
she won MVP. Candace
Candace
won
won.
MVP.
Okay, true. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Candace did. She got to be number one. You're right. Candace got to be one. Candace got to be one. Okay, but
So
Maya should have been two. I just feel
who's
like if you show up, hold on. I gotta go get some context for the Minnesota Lynx. Let me go see what their record was before she showed up.
okay, Jay, let me ask you a question about this third spot or whoever this third person is. I don't know if it's the third spot or not. Is it somebody who came in the league when it first started?
Um, she came into the league in so it was after
Was it pre or post Houston Comets run?
after
Are you trying to guess who it is?
Yes, I wanted to get because I know the other two got to be Caitlin and Candace. I don't know who this third person is though. Um, you're gonna say it and I'll be so mad. Go ahead.
I'm
Hold
not
on,
saying
no,
anything
wait.
yet.
We have to wait
Wait,
because
we look.
okay,
I was looking at what Jamae said. She said she wanted to see what Minnesota,
they
what the
was
Lynx
fifth
would do.
place in the West, so that means they was garbage. Well, not necessarily. Hold on. I
No,
hate
that
that
was garbage.
they did it.
That
They
that was
were bad.
garbage.
They were bad.
There we go.
But okay, no, she gotta be two. I'm sorry. Like for you to show up, your team didn't even make the playoffs the year before. Your team didn't make the playoffs the year before, and you show up as the missing piece.
Was it was it Yolanda Griffith?
No, it is
You
not.
really trying to guess this?
Right.
We're
Yes.
talking about Maya Moore right now. Be respectful.
All right.
My fault. My
So
fault. My fault, baby.
Maya Moore. So in 2010, the Lynx were 13 and 21. That was Cheryl Reeves' first year as coach.
And you had a year or two coach. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. That
So
gotta
you
move her up
had
the list. That gotta move her up the list. That's
so she
number two.
was at number 4, Maya Moore. So
Snub.
number 3 on this list is Caitlin Clark.
Okay. Ah, dude, who is two?
I can't boo my own rookie. But you know,
Who is two?
I don't hate Caitlyn at 3, but at the same time, I think Maya should be higher. I honestly wouldn't.
Wait. Is it Tamika?
Mika's on the list. Not saying that she shouldn't be, but I'm just yeah, anyway.
Oh, wait, it might be Lisa. Okay. Here are my guesses. Here's my
I
guesses.
need you, Donovan. We need to focus
I
on
can't.
Caitlin Clark at 3.
Listen,
I
it
hold on.
was it was already in the cards. They wasn't gonna let her not be top three. There was no way she wasn't gonna be top three.
She didn't have to be top 3. I think she could have been
She could have been
5.
four.
I'm gonna put it like this.
I think she could have been 5.
I'm gonna put it like this. Since the Olympic break, the Indiana Fever are the number 1 offense in the W. She's been the catalyst of that. So it's so funny how he mentioned her turnovers in this article. How he mentioned her averaging 5.7 turnovers per game. I don't mind high turnover numbers necessarily. It's a lot, and it's gonna have to be cleaned up. But I don't mind. I feel like if you're going to be an elite playmaker, like the top of the top level of playmaker, you're gonna turn it over. But it I do think it's funny, but I think that there's some context there.
I will
But
say to be a little bit of a hater because I feel like a lot of people. I don't think that Caitlyn doesn't deserve credit because she's obviously, like I said, or I've said several a million times, she's was like the perfect piece for the Fever. Um, but the Fever last season had a pretty good offensive rating. So to me, it's like she was able to bring them back to a point instead of like rising them out of a point, if that makes sense. Like they they had the ingredients, but she like knew how long to cook it. Like I don't know, it's a metaphor there. It's a metaphor there about cooking. But I think because I feel like obviously as the PG, like she's carried the team, and I think she's exceeded a lot of expectations, even though I feel like her expectations were really high from the beginning. But I feel like she's even still exceeded expectations in terms of playmaking, and her decision making has gotten so much better. I mean, she's still averaging like 6 turnovers. I also don't really care about turnovers. Um, but her decision making has gotten so much better as the season progressed, and obviously she'll work on it some more. And it's definitely me anyway. I think she's gotten so much better. Um, but I do think that like I don't know. I think her season could be ranked a little lower because she didn't exceed expectations so much that I'm just like, wow, I didn't think we could ever be this good. You know, like I
mm,
just now if we had somehow become like a 3 seed, I'd be like, all right, Caitlin, you could be number 1. Give her an MVP award. But like to be a 6 seed when Phoenix stinks and you know Atlanta, Dallas, Washington, everybody below us too has had a slew of injuries. Um, and we've only been able to beat like the top team. We got at least one win, I think, against everybody. Or maybe Yeah, I
think
think we beat
so.
the Lynx. I think we beat the Lynx. So everybody outside of the Aces, of course, I think we've got to win again. So I think that like there's a progression there, but it's not like I'm not looking at it like, oh, like she's done so much for us that has like really carried us over the edge. So that's why I'd be okay with her being in the top 10. Like she's had a great season. The numbers are crazy. Um, but I could, I could settle for a 6 or 5. I could
I
settle for that.
think it was inevitable for her to be in the top three just purely from the numbers that she's produced. Like, she's broken records in the same way Angel has broken records on like, but with like better efficiency at the guard position, playing a technically harder position, and like it's like I think she's already tied for 25 and 10 games ever in her rookie season. Like she's had
Yeah.
two triple doubles in her rookie year, and I think no one's ever even had one. Like it was inevitable. The numbers that she's put up is absolutely insane. Really, at this juncture, the only thing I could really knock her for is her turnovers. Um, but like just this is more than just her, but like the growth of her and the team together, especially post Olympic break, has just been like insane. And they also have the potential to hurt somebody's feelings in the playoffs. Like if y'all get matched up with Connecticut, I think y'all hurting Connecticut feelings. I can't hold you. The Lynx, I think y'all, I don't know, but like if I feel like it's anybody y'all are guaranteed to be like, not guaranteed, but if it's anybody I feel like I would bet on y'all, it would be against Connecticut.
I feel like in the our last couple of games, especially the Lynx game, like the Lynx always somehow snatch our chain at the end. I don't really know. They kind of got our card for that. The Aces do too, but I mean it's Asia and Aaliyah, so that's the whole thing. But I think my like biggest concern, obviously, and I'm like we gonna figure out who number 2 is. But I'm gonna say this is that like if we can't play at our pace, we fall apart, and that just doesn't work in the playoffs. Like you can't like and the team like Connecticut already slows us down, and they're good in transition. So it's like if Connecticut has 2 games where they have good shooting nights, we're cooked. Like I mean we're probably cooked. But I mean I do think we do have a better chance against a Connecticut than a Minnesota or Seattle or something. But yeah. Anyway, number
So
2.
for some for some quick context before we move, um the Indiana Fever last year did have they had a top five offense last year. They were fifth in offense last year. They are third this season on the whole, and they are number one post Olympic break. So wanted to add that because I know that you mentioned that the Fever offense was good last year, and it was because I mean, and like you said, Caitlin really came into a great situation because you have a post player in Aaliyah Boston who once once they got comfortable with each other, that offense was unlocked, and Kelsey Mitchell being able to move without the ball and get to her spots.
And so she actually
Oh, yes, absolutely. Yes.
like
Say thank you, Christy Sides.
Lexi Lexi Hall Lexi Hall decided Lexi Hall decided I'm gonna be the fifth. Y'all don't worry about it. We're gonna get this together.
All right,
All
my
right.
last guess for this too is either Tamika Catchings or Lauren Jackson.
It is Tamika Catchings.
thank God. I was scared they left my girl off.
Yes,
I
it
thought
is Tamika
somebody had said she
Catchings.
was
18.6 points per game, 8.6 boards, 3.7 assists. 2.9 steals.
2.9 steals in your rookie season. That would lead the league today, right
Literally.
now.
That was
Yeah.
you're right. Uh, Also, the Fever made the playoffs for the first time ever in Tamika Catchings' rookie season.
Yeah. See, that's insane. Incredible. Incredible work. Incredible work.
So we all know number one on this list is Candace Parker, without question. The greatest rookie season ever in any sport. 18.5 points, 9.5 boards, 3.4 assists, 2.3 blocks. Won Rookie of the Year and MVP in the same season, coming off back-to-back titles in college. Also, the Olympics were that year, won a gold medal. She really did.
Same
She really
year.
did everything. She did everything, and all of this in her rookie year,
It's
just unheard of.
yeah. Shout out Candace, man. I like uh, I'm still mad at her for I'm still so mad at her for retiring. And I
That girl
felt
said, I got shit to do.
like don't why you decide now that you want to be a mother? Like, come on
It,
now.
the way that she announced her retirement in retrospect, that was so fitting for Candace. Like it really, like the Jay-Z quotes
Daisy
and
song, the
everything.
Daisy quote. Yeah,
Like
like come on.
this summer, I know you're gonna miss me. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I hated to see her go. I was glad to see that she won a championship in 2023 with the Sky. No, 21 with the Sky, 23 with the Aces. That season, that 21 season with the Sky, she should have won the Defensive Player of the Year.
Didn't she
That
get
is
left
that
off of something that season?
she. Let me make sure. Did she make a defensive team that year?
I think it was like 2 seasons before that, or like a season before that. She got voted like most overrated player too. So it was the last couple years of her
That's
career was very like poetic justice.
Ain't even
yeah.
have to
Let's
do nothing
see.
to gather a ring. I just
Yeah,
love that for her.
She made all defensive team. That can't be right.
No, it was something that was stupid. Like she
Nah,
won
this is
boy,
crazy
but didn't get
because she
all
won.
defensive
Okay,
team.
so in 2020, Candace
Okay,
won
yeah,
DPOY.
2020.
She won. She was Defensive Player of the Year and didn't make an All Defense team.
Yeah, okay. That was I was
Very,
like, it was
very
something
Mark
stupid.
Gasol-esque.
It was. It was. Did not make an All Defensive team. So yeah, but that's my goat. So I'm going to end it on that note, and hearts and minds are clear on this end.
I think everything has been talked about on the agenda.
I think I think I'm good. I talked about we'll next time I will have my next time we can talk about who we think is about to be snubbed for awards, or rather, who's not getting enough love. I like that tweet that Nakai said put out about people they want to talk about, but I want to talk because I want to talk about Arike, um, and how she hasn't been getting any chatter, and yeah, so, but that'll be a
Yeah,
next time, I think.
yeah. Next week, the season. This time next week, the season will be over, and we will be doing a bunch of fake award stuff, which is always fun. So
Okay.
Well, that's another episode of Pull Up 3. I am Paragon Don.
I'm Jamae.
and I'm